Good morning, 30th March 2012. Just got back from Leicester from a very early start this morning, at the crack of dawn, to work with Toto, you may remember, who's a milk float hating Jack Russell. Now that turns out it's only really one of her many foibles and issues. Others do include other dogs, children, other people, bikes, postmen, as well as the milkman. And also quite worrying for the owners is that the dog is a scavenger. It will, quite happily, if it sees any food on the floor, on a walk, scoff it, and do it quite vigorously. Yet at home, she's quite picky with food. So you've got a whole thing about food control going on here. And one of the very first things we did this morning was to address that and to recondition the dog around food, especially food on the floor. Now to do that we put various things on the floor and show the dog that actually it wasn't available. Now when you condition a dog to believe that food isn't available until owner says so, and if owner doesn't say so, food stays unavailable, you're then changing a whole mindset of the dog about what it can and can't do. And to do that I use a very different psychological approach, because normally you would think you must remove the dog from food. Well, that isn't what you do. No, it's quite bizarre when you actually watch it in practice and see how it works. It really is, but it's immensely effective. So that was what we did to start off with, really, was to work on the food in the house. So again, resetting the dog's expectation of how it behaves in the house before we even go outside. Once we were outside, the first thing we encountered was a group of toddlers, off to obviously a morning preschool with their mums, so we had the chance to work on that. And as soon as the owner, who was on the lead with the dog, with Toto, relaxed, the dog was much, much better. Owners tense up, the dog tenses up, we get a reaction. If we interrupt that build-up by the owner being more relaxed, everything flows from that. And this was the theme then for the whole walk, was teaching Toto and the owner they can relax together, they can stay relaxed, even if one of them gets stressed and excited, and that was usually Toto. To the point we had crossing main roads at pelican crossings, the bleep, 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 bleep when it's clear to go was a trigger for the dog to go. The sight of the dogs in the park, other people in the park, everything has gone really well today. Even walking down very small alleyways and encountering other people, which the dog found stressful, we've covered and taught how to deal with. So it's been an immensely productive morning, vastly improved Toto's behaviour, helped the owners understand the dog more, and when to recognise the signals that Toto is asking them a question. Then they can give the answer. Communication. Simple. Happy days.